Hello there, fellow maker. Welcome to the exciting world of game development. Adam Savage here, and I'm thrilled to be your guide on this creative journey. You know me from a little show where we built things, broke things, and occasionally blew things up in the name of science. We tackled everything from robots to rockets, always driven by curiosity and a love for the process. But today, we're talking about a different kind of building. Worlds. Digital worlds, brimming with possibilities waiting to be explored. Game development is the ultimate act of creation. It's about bringing something entirely new into existence. You take a whisper of an idea and give it form, rules, and life. You breathe existence into characters, craft compelling narratives, and design interactive experiences. It's a blend of art, science, and pure imagination. A fascinating intersection where creativity meets technical skill. But it's not magic, it's a craft, a process. A series of deliberate steps, each building upon the last. Making a game isn't about massive budgets or photorealistic graphics. You don't need a AAA studio to create something amazing. At its core, it's just like any project in my shop. A challenge to be tackled with ingenuity and elbow grease. It starts with a question. What if? What if we could fly? What if there was a world made of candy? What if cats ruled the internet? Game development is turning that what if into here's how. It's the process of figuring out the mechanics, the rules, and the systems that make your what if a reality. You're a storyteller, architect, psychologist, and engineer all in one, juggling multiple roles, wearing different hats, and constantly learning. You create a space for others to play, a framework for stories, a playground where players can experiment, explore, and express themselves. Every button press, every sound, every movement is your choice. You are the puppet master, orchestrating the entire experience. The tools are more accessible than ever. You just need a computer and curiosity. The barriers to entry have never been lower, and there's a wealth of resources available online. So let's break down the process, step by step, from idea to sharing your creation. We'll cover everything from brainstorming to coding to playtesting. It's not about being a genius, it's about being a builder and a problem solver. Embracing challenges, learning from mistakes, and iterating on your ideas. So grab your metaphorical safety glasses. Let's build a game. It's time to unleash your inner creator and bring your vision to life. Let's get our hands dirty. The adventure begins now. Every project, whether it's a sprawling epic or a charming indie title, starts with a spark, a single idea that ignites the imagination. It's the seed from which entire worlds and engaging gameplay mechanics can grow. Ideas come from everywhere. They can be inspired by the grand narratives and visual storytelling of movies, the intricate plots and character development found in books, the surreal and often bizarre landscapes of dreams, where the impossible becomes reality, or even a funny off-the-cuff chat with a friend that unexpectedly plants a creative seed. The key to capturing these fleeting moments of inspiration? Keep your eyes and ears open to the world around you. Be receptive to new experiences and perspectives. Remember, your first game shouldn't be the next Zelda, a massive, complex undertaking. Instead, start small and manageable. Think Pong, a game with incredibly simple mechanics, Flappy Bird, addictive in its simplicity, Pac-Man, all examples of simple yet brilliant core ideas that resonated with players worldwide. Here's a practical exercise. Try this. Make 2 lists, one filled with interesting characters and the other with a variety of actions. Then, mix and match elements from each list to spark instant game ideas. The more unexpected the combination, the better. Don't worry if they seem silly or outlandish at first. The primary goal here is to jumpstart your creative engine and get those gears turning. Remember, originality isn't always the main objective. Your unique take on an existing concept is often what truly matters and sets your game apart. Try to boil your favorite game down to its single, most essential core mechanic. Take Mario, for example. At its heart, it's all about jumping. So for your first project, focus intently on mastering one simple, fundamental mechanic. Jumping, moving, shooting, or something equally concise. Most importantly, find an idea that genuinely excites you and ignites your passion. That intrinsic motivation will be what carries you through the inevitable tough spots and challenges. As soon as you have that core idea, write it down, along with a description of how it should feel to play. Fast-paced, slow and methodical, silly and lighthearted, or deeply thoughtful and engaging. Consider this your guiding star, the central vision that will inform every design decision you make. Hold on to it tightly, because next up, we're going to start drawing up the blueprints and laying the foundation for your game. We're about to move from that initial spark of inspiration to a solid, tangible structure. Ready to build? You've got your idea, that spark of inspiration that's going to drive your game. It's exciting, isn't it? That moment when the possibilities seem endless. But now it's time for a plan, a roadmap to guide you from that initial concept to a finished, playable game. Rushing in without one leads to frustration. Trust me, I've been there. Staring at a blank screen, wondering where to even begin. Game development is no different. It requires structure, organization, and a clear understanding of what you're trying to achieve. This is where you define the rules of your game world. How does the player interact with the environment? What are the limitations? What are the possibilities? And most importantly, the scope. Scope is the single most important factor in finishing a game. Scope means deciding what you will and won't build. It's about setting realistic expectations and focusing on the core elements that make your game fun. Start a game design document, GDD. This will be your central source of truth for everything related to your game. It's your project's recipe book, a comprehensive guide that outlines every aspect of your game, from gameplay mechanics to art style. Write a one-sentence summary. This is your elevator pitch, the core concept of your game distilled into its most essential form. A ghost delivers mail to spooky houses while avoiding ghost dogs. Simple, concise, and instantly conveys the essence of the game. Break it down. Take that one-sentence summary and expand upon it, fleshing out the details of your game world. What does the player do? What are the core actions they'll be performing throughout the game? What stands in their way? What are the challenges and obstacles that the player will need to overcome? List your core gameplay loops and challenges. This will help you identify the essential elements of your game and ensure that they're engaging and fun. Be your own critic. Ambitious features go on a version 2.0 inches list for later. It's tempting to cram everything you can think of into your first game, but resist the urge. For your first game, finishing is the goal. Get something playable and complete, even if it's small. Small and complete beats big and unfinished. A polished, focused game is far more satisfying than a sprawling, buggy mess. List all the assets you'll need. Characters, environments, sound effects, music, everything that will bring your game to life. Sprites for characters' backgrounds, sound effects, music. This makes the project tangible and manageable. Breaking down the task into smaller, more digestible pieces makes the overall goal seem less daunting. Now you know what you're building. You have a clear vision of your game, its mechanics, and the assets you'll need to create it. With your blueprint ready, it's time to stock the workshop. Gather your resources, prepare your tools, and get ready to build. Let's get practical. It's time to move from planning to execution. Next up, picking the right tools, choosing the right game engine, programming language, and art software can make a huge difference in your development process. Ready to build? Let's go. The real fun is about to begin. The adventure continues, onward. The path to game development is long but rewarding. Every builder needs a workshop. Yours is a game engine. Engines like Unity, Unreal, and Godot handle the complex stuff so you can focus on creating. For beginners, Godot is free, open source, and user-friendly. Perfect for 2D games. Don't agonize over the choice, pick one and start. For art, use free programs like Krita or GIMP, or grab assets from OpenGameArt or itch.io. For sound, record your own or use free sites like freesound.org and edit with Audacity. Assemble your toolkit before you start. Engine, art, sound, an organized digital workbench makes starting easier. Workshop ready? Let's fabricate the parts. Now the magic happens, turning ideas and tools into digital things. Create your main character, enemies, and world. Let's stick with our ghost mailman. Draw a simple ghost sprite. Perfection isn't the goal, just good enough. Import your sprite into the engine and make it a game object. Repeat for enemies, collectibles, backgrounds. Label your objects and define their roles. Player, enemy, collectible, goal. Add colliders so the engine knows when things interact. Don't worry about art quality. This is prototyping. Get all visual components into the engine so you have pieces to work with. Replace programmer art later if you want. Right now, just build the raw parts. The chassis is laid out. Next, let's bring it to life. Time to wire it all together. Deep breath. Coding isn't magic, it's just instructions. If you can write a to-do list, you can learn to code. Game engines use user-friendly languages. Godot's GD script is like Python. Unity uses C#. Let's make the ghost move. If the right arrow is pressed, move right. Write this logic in a script attached to your ghost object. The engine runs this script every frame. If statements handle input and movement, cause player input, effect character moves. Do the same for everything. Collect a letter, score goes up, hit a dog, game over. Mistakes are normal. Debugging is part of the process. Test, observe, fix, just like Mythbusters. Start small, make the ghost move, then add boundaries, then enemy movement. Build one step at a time. Don't get overwhelmed. Complex systems come from simple steps. Coding is problem solving. You can do this. Ready to test your creation? Let's hunt some bugs. Onward. Testing isn't just playing, it's being systematic. Try to break your game on purpose. Run into walls, collect items weirdly, do things out of order, keep a log. What you did, what you expected, what happened. After your own tests, let someone else play. Don't explain, just watch. Their confusion is feedback. Their experience reveals flaws you can't see. Take notes, don't argue, and thank them. Fix game-breaking bugs first, then polish the experience. Building, testing, and fixing is the core loop of development. Repeat until your game feels right. This is how you turn a rough prototype into a finished product. Testing is where your game becomes real. Ready for the world to play? Let's release it. Showtime! You did it. A finished, playable game. Now share it with the world. Use platforms like itch.io to upload your game, add screenshots, and write a description. Set the price. Free or pay what you want is great for your first release. Export your game from the engine for different systems if you can. Take enticing screenshots and write a clear, catchy description. Hit publish, your game is live. Share the link with friends, family, and online communities. Be open to feedback, positive and negative. You've completed the cycle idea to reality. Congratulations, you're a game developer. The dust has settled, your first game is out. You've learned to scope, create, code, test, and share. These skills are more valuable than the game itself. Take a break, then think about your next project. Expand your first game or start something new. Apply what you've learned. Keep learning. Watch tutorials. Join game jams. Follow dev blogs. Game jams are a great way to learn fast and finish projects. Stay curious. Keep asking, what if? The journey of a maker is lifelong learning. Your finished game is proof you can do this. So what's your next idea? Grab your tools. The workshop is open. Your next quest awaits.